Chapter 6. Love Melts Chains. I was crying out to God in prayer for a select few. The one who lost his father in a single moment at the age of 13, who from that moment on blamed God for every bad thing that happened to him for the following 35 years. And for the 6-year-old girl in foster care who was shuffled around to 10 different locations in 2 years. For the one who was raped repeatedly from the age of 4 throughout her teen years, and then again at age 50. I prayed, heal their wounds and melt their frozen hearts with your love, and pour more of your love into my heart so that I can love them. Suddenly, in my mind's eye, I saw hot liquid lava pouring down, as if flowing out of the tip of a volcano and down its mountainside. I knew that this hot liquid love that was flowing from God's heart was hot enough to melt chains of hatred, fear, anger, mistrust, and unforgiveness. I've looked into eyes and have seen hatred looking back at me. I've looked into eyes filled with violence and vengeance. They were the eyes of a wounded one, a hardened one who feared to love me because love can bring pain. Defenses went up and offenses were committed in an effort to make me go away. God allows me to see inside their hearts. He allows me to feel their pain. Deep down, they are vulnerable and hurting. As He fills me with compassion and understanding, I am able to love them with His love. Over time, as I continue to apply God's hot liquid love, I see their frozen, hardened hearts melt and their chains fall away. I found this concept in a promise from God. In the book of Proverbs it says, "If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you." Burning coals are a lot like hot liquid lava. Both possess extreme hot temperatures, enough to melt hard and frozen substances. I've read many books that give step-by-step instructions on how to cast out demons from people. I've also been counseled by others that I should take steps to perform deliverances on the people whom I minister to. But when I ask my Daddy God what I should do when I am dealing with one who is bound by the chains of the devil, I only hear Him say, "Love him," or "Love her." I saw a woman delivered from a chain of unforgiveness just as I kissed her tear-stained cheeks and wiped them dry with my hands. It was love that melted this chain. As her tears were released, so was the demon of unforgiveness. My friend tells the story of how 2 women prayed for years for her to be set free from drug addiction. Finally, they convinced her to accompany them back to their home state where they would help her with her recovery. Love drove them 13 hours across 6 states to pick up a woman who was not even family and with no promise of monetary gain. They arrived to find that she had been smoking crack for 2 weeks straight. These 2 laid-down lovers cleaned her apartment and did her dirty laundry. They packed her suitcase with clean clothes and then escorted her to their van. As she entered inside, she became instantly set free from drug addiction. It was evident because her head was clear as if she hadn't smoked a thing. Within the following days, she never experienced withdrawal symptoms, nor did she crave drugs ever again. My friend goes on with her story to explain how those 2 women loved her and cared for her every minute of their time together. It was the love and prayers of those women that broke the chain of drug addiction. One of my favorite stories of how love melts chains is found in an autobiography called The Heavenly Man. The book tells of an extraordinary account of a demon-possessed man who was bound by many chains, physically and spiritually, and who became free not from a deliverance session, but simply from the love of a man named Brother Yun. Yun met this tormented soul while in a Chinese prison, where he lived out the punishment for professing his faith in Jesus Christ. Yun tells of his prison mate, whom he refers to as a precious soul of the Lord, who was awaiting execution for murder. He was handcuffed behind his back and had chains manacled around his ankles. He spoke filthy words and kept trying to mutilate his body by cutting himself with ankle chains. He was ferocious and full of hatred, Yun states. Other prisoners treated him like an animal, kicking and punching him. One man told Yun, "He is not a man, but a devil." Yun replied, "Before we believed in Jesus, we were just like him. We too were like demons. We need to have mercy on this man and treat him as if he was Jesus himself." Yun made a daily effort to show this precious soul God's love, and he encouraged his cellmates to do the same. One day the man finally broke down in tears, giving evidence that love had melted his frozen heart. On that day, Yun was literally starving from hunger, yet he felt God urging him to give his weekly beloved portion of mantu to the bound man. As Yun obeyed God, the man's chains melted off right there and then. The man dropped off his chair, knelt down on the floor, and wept. He then spoke not as a crazy man, but as a man in his right mind. "Why do you love me like this? I am a murderer, hated by all men. Why do you love me so much?" The man became eager to receive Jesus in his heart, as he realized that Jesus was the source of love that flowed from Yun's heart and into his own. Yun testifies that the man had become gentle after his conversion, and the whole prison noticed the difference. Hallelujah! I will see that man in heaven. They may have killed his body by execution, but his soul is forever in paradise. I have come to believe that love is the greatest weapon against the devil. Love defeats every form of evil on this earth. When we come face to face with evil, when we are attacked, harmed, slandered, or offended, may we not give them what they deserve. May we give them mercy instead. May we adopt the motto, to love the hell out of them, as a dear friend of mine is known to say.